As a designer by force and not by trade, I'm often coming into new projects wondering what color scheme I'm going to choose. Now, of course, you can just choose a random color generator and try to find something, but I want to share this resource with you called Realtime Colors, where you can actually see your choices live and in person. I can just randomize it here, and you can see it actually updates looking like a real site would actually look, and so it gives you a better sense of how those colors will work with your design. Hey, what's up? My name is Chris, and welcome to Coding in Public. Mostly on my channel, I do coding tutorials, but occasionally I will dabble in design, and I want to show you a resource that has been a help to me recently. Now, it's actually by at least a YouTuber called Juxtaposed, and I ran across her stuff a while ago, and she's got some really great tutorials, so if you're not following her, go ahead and give her a follow. But you can see also that this is just an awesome site. Now, I don't know yet how it works, and I want to explore that with you live here. But you can see that the way it actually works on the UI side of UX side of stuff is you can lock certain things if you want to, and then you can just keep randomizing, or you can come in here and select different ones. And when you click out, it all updates for you. So you get to kind of play with these, and it tries to follow basic design principles like what percentage of a site should be one color versus an accent color versus your primary, etc., etc. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, let's make sure these are all unlocked. Okay, good. Let's randomize this, and then you'll notice that there's little shortcuts. So I can just hit spacebar and quickly jump through all of these. Here it's Control Q. I can do the same thing, or again, I can just click it here as well to see dark mode. So a lot of really cool features here. You can go back if you want to as well. Again, all of these have special keyboard shortcuts. You can export it in a bunch of different ways. Here's CSS, or even as Tailwind, SCSS, a bunch of different stuff. Now you can also share the link, and the way that they've developed the site, you can see that the main colors you've chosen are actually part of the URL string, which means you can send your exact setup to somebody else. Now, on top of that, you can actually add fonts yourselves. So there's a couple things you can do here for the headings. You can either upload a local font or use any Google font, and then obviously reset it. With the text as well, you can do the same thing. So this would be the body text as well. Then you can go back to the colors if you want as well. Now, under the randomize, you can choose between a couple different kind of variations of how you might set up your colors. So like complementary or triadic or whatever that happens to be. And then you can just come in here and randomize them to your heart's content. So for instance, maybe you want to say, hey, I want them to all kind of have the same shade, and I just want to play around with what color that might be. So here we've got kind of this greenish color that works. Let's go back to light mode and randomize a few more. There's a green shade. Here's a red shade. So really nice to be able to play with this, again, in a real setting with actual real-life examples right here in front of you. Now, a couple of the things to note, there is an actual palette generator as well that works very similar to earlier, except in this case, you're actually seeing it not in a real site, but just as a palette. But there's lots of these, and so I find obviously the real-time actually colors, the actual site itself, much better to look at and helpful to actually pick a real color. Now, one other thing is they do have docs as well. So you can come in here and look at all this, how it works. They walk you through it. I'm not going to look at that because I actually want to see if I can figure it out. I have a guess. All right. So we'll look at that in a second. And then you can obviously share this as well. That link, like I already mentioned here, right here, you could just share that with somebody else. Okay, so with all that said and out of the way, let's go ahead and try to discover kind of the secret of real-time colors. My guess is that what they're doing is actually setting up CSS variables, and then whenever you change one of these and click out of here, it's actually setting that for the entire site and then, duplicating that work everywhere. So let's see what's going on. All right, well, that didn't take long. How about that right here? There's an actual style here, a style declaration that lists out all the different variables that are being used. And you can see them right over here. My guess is if I come in here and change this to something else and click out, yeah, there it goes. It updates right here. You can see it updating this way as well. So that's kind of what I thought was happening, but it is kind of cool to see it. Let's see if they're actually storing anything. Looks like tips shown. So other than that, that's about it. Now, if you're interested in doing something like this yourself, I actually just did a tutorial for the Net Ninja channel. It's up right now in the process of going out, where we kind of do the same thing actually. So you can see I've got sound on and off, motion on and off. So if you want there to be kind of snapping motion or not, how you want the UI to look, so rounded or square. You can also set up a custom accent color, choose between them. And then there's a bunch of cool themes you can choose between, material, whatever. You're obviously not setting your own, but it actually uses the exact same principle. So if I come in here, you're going to see that I've got different things. Now, not only am I setting some CSS variables, but I'm also using different data themes to kind of set a whole a custom theme type. And so that's all going to be in the tutorial that's right now up on the Net Ninja channel. I was guessing that's how it was done, so I thought it might be a nice kind of parallel to that project itself. So if you want to play around with the actual code yourself, go ahead and check out that video. If you want to check out Realtime Colors for your own project, I'd really encourage this to you. And one more time, I'd encourage you to check out Juxtapose's channel. I've loved all the things I've seen her do so far. All right, thanks so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Happy coding.